Hi. So I know it's been a while since I've made a video, mostly because I've been in college and I haven't had a garage or anything to work on. But we're here on winter break and I've got a little project to knock out real quick before I go back to school in the spring. So yeah, let's get to work on it. Okay, so I've parked it here in a spot where I cannot pull it out. That's kind of dumb. Luckily all I need is the carburetor. So we'll just do a walk around out here, I guess. So here it is, 1999 Kawasaki Prairie 300. It's only two-wheel drive, so at least it's simpler and there's less things to be broken on it. Picked it up off of my neighbor for pretty cheap. It had been sitting in his garage for like 10 years. So unfortunately, I did do a little bit of work to it before I decided to film this. So I put a new battery in it. There's a little pull tab here for the seat. So it's got a new battery. It's a Tusk, what do they call it, Tech Core or something. Also put a new air filter on it. And it's got good compression and everything. Cranks, sounds healthy. If I remember how to start it. There you go. Yeah, sounds good. The carburetor was extremely bad, so I went ahead and ordered a new used one. But of course, the good old USPS lost that somehow. So I don't have time to wait because I need this thing gone before I go back to school. So I'm going to take the carburetor out. I've got a new carb cleaning scheme that I want to try. Hopefully it'll work better. I already tried sonic cleaning it like 3 times. It didn't really do all that much. So yeah, I'll just take it apart out here and then grab the carburetor and we'll get to cleaning that out with this new method I want to try. To give you all an idea of what we're working with here, that is what's been oozing out of the gas tank. It's almost like oil. It's so thick. It's like a tar that used to be gas somehow. I don't understand how gas turns into this, but this is what was all inside the carburetor when I tried to clean it out the first time. Alright, carburetor is secured. I went ahead and put everything back together before I lose all the screws. Let's go hit up the garage. So here is after, I think, 3 cycles in the sonic cleaner. And you can see the main jet's clear, you can see light through there, but the other 2 are pretty clogged still. And there's all this, like, you know, you can see all that like orangey, yellowy kind of crud. It's still built up everywhere. So we're gonna try something different that I've never tried before. I've always liked the sonic cleaner, it's always seemed to work well, but clearly not on a carburetor this bad. So I picked up some of this stuff, Chem Dip carburetor cleaner. I've heard that this stuff is the greatest thing on earth, and I've also heard that it doesn't do anything. So I guess we're about to find out. So 4 hours of soaking later and we've got a nice clean carburetor. I'm really impressed with this thing. It actually worked really well. These 2 ports cleared right out when I blew some compressed air through them, and everything looks really clean. All the jets They loosened up enough to where I could poke out the goo with like a twisty tie and then blow compressed air through them, so all the jets are clear. The carburetor body itself is clear. Even like the bowl came out looking really nice. So yeah, I'm really happy. That's gonna be my new go-to carb cleaning solution. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw this carburetor back together and put it on the quad and see if it starts. Oh, I gotta clean out the gas tank first, but yeah, hopefully we should have it running today. So the carburetor is all back together. I have this little piece left over, which I don't really know what the heck it's for. It might be part of the choke actually. We'll see when I put it on the bike. But yeah, so now what I want to do is grab the gas tank and figure out how to clean that out, because the last thing I want to do is have all the fuel lines cleaned out, the carburetor cleaned out, and then just be pouring nasty crappy gas down through it. So here's what I'm dealing with on the fuel tank. Let's see, you got all this crud and it goes way back. It's all over the bottom and I think the underside of this thing too. So I need to find a way to clean all that out, otherwise it's just going to gum up the carburetor again. I put a 1-to-1 dilution of simple green with a few pumps of dish soap, also a bunch of hot water. So hopefully that breaks it down enough just to pour out, because it's obviously liquid, it just needs some help coming out. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to put the carburetor on the bike, and I'm also going to drop these into the chem dip now that I have it. This is the fuel petcock that came off of the bike. This is the fuel pickup that goes in the tank. Yeah, I'm going to pull this back apart, throw this in here, and throw this in there. And that way we are squeaky clean. Okay, so the petcock and the fuel pickup have been soaking for about 2 hours. So I'm going to take them out, wash them up, and put all the lines back on them. Alright, let's see how the tank's doing. Well, a lot of green came out. I don't know if that's the simple green or the gas. I don't think it did much. Yeah, so there's still a good bit of nastiness in there. So I'm thinking I'm going to try putting some chem dip in the fuel tank to clean it out as well. It worked on the carburetor, which had the same kind of buildup in it. So I'd assume it'll work here too, and hopefully I can just dump it out back into the can and reuse it. Alrighty, so it's day 3 out here. Let's take a look. I cleaned out the tank last night. As you can see, there's still a few little like drops, but like 95% of it's gone. So I think the chem dip did a really good job on it. That's good enough for me because I still got a fuel filter that'll keep all that out of the carburetor. I just didn't want too much of it going down in there. Now I'm gonna make sure that tank is super duper dry. I already rinsed out all of the chem dip with water, but I need to make sure all the water's out. And we can put the fuel pickup in it and the petcock. Put the tank on the bike, fill it up with gas, and hopefully it starts. Alright, here's the moment of truth. I'm about to fire it. I'm looking at the fuel filter and it's not full of gas. It's like half full, so I don't know if maybe the petcock is still a little plugged, but we're going to try anyway. Let's freaking go. That couldn't have gone any better. We are smoking a little bit, but I did put some fogging oil in there since it's been sitting so long, so hopefully that'll clear out. It's also really cold, so that could be. It sounds good though. So there you have it, guys. The Prairie runs pretty darn good. It's got a little stutter at like quarter throttle, but other than that, we're at neutral, right? Yeah. It's I mean, instant. Yeah, it runs real good once you get past that quarter throttle stutter. I don't know what that's about. Might have something to do with the mixture screw, because I didn't clean that port out. Of course, the one port I didn't clean. So yeah, that's gonna be it for part 1. Part 2, I'm gonna be probably taking it out and doing a little riding on it just to get it all moving again. You can hear that belt. When I started it, the belt was all making some kind of noise. So it'd be good to get this thing out rolling around and moving again. The brakes are all like rusted and everything. So yeah, that's gonna be next video, is taking it out, giving it a little rip, and then after that I'm probably gonna clean it up a little bit better. Maybe paint these racks and like the wheel or the hubs, the rustiness there and all that rusty crap there. Just get it looking a little bit nicer. But yeah, then it's gonna be sold. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one.